What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham G.S. Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the September 18, 2023 edition of Raw Talk. Megan Morant, Matt Camp in the studio running down the biggest headlines from Monday's show, including recapping the Shinsuke Nakamura Ricochet rematch from a couple of weeks ago. That initial encounter ended in a DQ. The rematch on Raw last night also ending in a DQ. So I'm sure a third match is coming, but the rematches keep coming here on Raw, and they're quality matches, but they do the rematches and the non-finishes so often it's hard to care. But Matt Camp talks with Nakamura getting what he wants and how next week Rollins will respond to the Nakamura challenge, and they'll probably set up the World Heavyweight Championship rematch, another rematch, for the Fastlane pay-per-view in a couple of weeks, including a stipulation probably. That's what Rollins said. They also recap Nia Jax's attack on Piper Niven, Chelsea Green, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. They cut to Nia Jax in the back with Jackie Redmond speaking for the first time since she returned last week on Raw. Doesn't really answer anything, Jackie acting all scared of Nia, and Nia just simply says that she'll let her actions speak louder than her words. And that was it. They recap Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed, and Reed's win over Chad Gable. Bronson Reed says that he's like like Godzilla or King Kong. He's climbing to the top. And he calls himself the most devastating competition in all of WWE. And that size matters. That's like his new catchphrase now that he's being called Big Bronson Reed. They preview Bronson Reed versus Otis for next week's Raw. They also recap Becky Lynch successfully retaining the NXT Women's Championship against Natalya on Monday night. Matt Kim says that Tiffany showed that she can go toe-to-toe with Becky in that match last week, and that Becky will take on all comers, including Natalya, as seen on Monday night. They recap the Cody Rhodes quick win over Dominic Mysterio on Monday night, including the post-match segment. They replay that whole thing with Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and whether they can trust Jey Uso and why they should trust Jey Uso, blah, 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 give him a second chance. Matt Kim says that Owens himself was given a second chance, as Sami told Kevin on Raw, and that, he should be willing to accept Jey for who he is at this point and whatever. They preview the Judgment Day versus Owens and Zayn next week in a rematch for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles. They also preview for next week's Raw Dominic Mysterio defending the NXT North American Championship against Dragon Lee, which I'm looking forward to. They recap the Tommaso Ciampa Giovanni Vinci match and the win for Ciampa. We cut to Imperium in the back, and Ludwig Kaiser says that it's time for actions and results, as opposed to Giovanni continuing to lose. And he questions Giovanni, saying, "Listen, I'll give you another chance, as we have before." And Gunther was not there to yell at Giovanni, just for the record. But he says, "How long can this continue to go on for? You just keep losing and keep letting us down. How long can we keep giving you second chances?" On the subject of second chances. They preview Tommaso Ciampa versus Kaiser for next week's Raw one-on-one. They also recap the Drew McIntyre win over Jey Uso in the main event of Raw. Matt Camp says that Cody blames Roman as opposed to the rest of the bloodline, not really blaming Jey or Jimmy, Solo, or Paul. He blames Roman Reigns for his loss at WrestleMania, which is why he was so willing to accept Jey Uso as a member of the Monday Night Raw roster as quickly as he did. And he also mentions that Jey probably just wants to prove himself as a member of the Raw roster to the WWE Universe, that he can, hang on his own. And they plug Molly Holly, Carmelo Hayes, and Zelina Vega for the bump coming up on Wednesday. And that was Raw Talk in a nutshell for September 18th, 2023. Pretty quality show here, hearing from Imperium, hearing from Bronson Reed and Nia Jax, who said nothing of note, but, whatever. Thank you guys for checking out my review. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Have an awesome one, guys. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.